Trump's bring the war to them. It's the same thing with Iraq. If you look at Afghanistan, you look at any sensible country does not wage a war within its territory. Russia come invade Ukraine. And so Ukraine said, boy, we have to try to touch them back too. We have to take the war over. But yeah, I'm going to say it categorically. Hamas and the Palestinian leaders are the only group of people that I know that move and build an entire system under their people.
That's right, on the earth.
Under the earth, under the hospital, under the mosque, under the school.
Human shields.
Yes, and then went and attacked Israel, and then captured, kidnapped, and even brought dead bodies, and then bring it back to their people and hide them underground. In history, Kerm, I want you to know that the Palestinian leader, as far as I am concerned, are the wickedest, because they literally brought the wrath of Israel to their own people.
That's right. To civilians.
Right. And created a human shield. And you can't say it happened by mistake, because they spent years digging the tunnels.
Creating the structures.
Creating the structure. And made innocent people their shield.
That's right.
I have disgust. Disgust for the Palestinian leadership, not for the Palestinian people. I need to make it clear. I'm sorry for them. I am sorry for them.
Of course.
Right? Because every nation, like when Israel find out that Iran is building the nuclear facilities to create a nuclear bomb so that they can attack Israel, Israel strike them first and say, I will bring it to you because I don't want you to bring it to my people. Every nation that I have seen, if you think about Japan, if you think about Germany, if you think about any of the nations and any of the wars, you take the war somewhere else so that your people are not affected, Kerm.
Of course.
The Palestinian leadership mentality.
Different.
Different.
Only next place to say that they war in Afghanistan and Iraq. Right? Human shield. You know, people go and shoot their bombs and attack the armies and go and hide amongst the civilians.
So it's all Islam.
Because it's an act of terrorism.
It's all Islam.
It's terrorism. That's terrorism. That's, you don't care about your
people. There are 50 wars. There are, I think there are about 80 conflicts worldwide. Half of them are in Africa, and it's Islamic, Islamic militant whatsoever. So and the war in Palestine with Israel is a multi-complex, because it is cultural, it is religious, it is geopolitical, it is the conflict that is, and believe not belonging in that.
That's the thing, Lois, hit the nail on the head. Because we can suffer greatly. You know?
That's why I think if the land managed to block them visas, we need to ask America to block the land visa. Let him feel the same thing that he's trying to, just out of being a racist. Being a racist.
There's certain things
right?
Then they need to go to polls, then they need to go to referendum. Certain decisions you make, maybe you can't go to a referendum because the process is too costly and it's too complex. But they need to simplify it. You know, and we need to poll it. What should we do as a nation? It's a very important decision. You know, I was sharing at a church Sunday night, and part of my studies was from Genesis, where God came and where Israel blessed Isaac blessed Jacob, and I was amazed at what he said. He said, "Those who bless you will be blessed, and those who curse you will be cursed." You know, and evidently that's what took place throughout the history of anybody who came against Israel. We see what God did with Babylon. Not Babylon, but Egypt. Right? Look at what happened in Egypt. You know? Completely wiped them off. I was looking at a documentary the other day, or somebody sent me an article where they found all the bodies and the trails of that Egyptian army right in the same location as the Bible has indicated. You know, so, you know, Louis, it's crazy when we think that we will use the natural mind to deal with certain issues.
Yeah.
And that what happened, you know. It's the natural mind think that we are making a natural decision based on whatever. Yeah. You know, there's a promise here, there's a biblical promise, there's protection, there's a covenant in place.
What I don't like is that our government is putting all of us in a precarious position as it relates to Israel.
Well, not all of us.
And the promise.
I tell you, I don't press the Lord. Who made the decision? Yeah. Let that fall on them, not on me.
Yeah. So. But it is, let the land be a racist and let him influence other people in their anti-Semitic ways. But the government of Belize should not be a racist entity.
Yeah.
And Israel already has an agreement with Belize. They never liked it from the very beginning.
Yeah.
They didn't like it from the very beginning because they don't want Israelis in Belize. But an Israeli is just like a Belizean because Belize have different cultures that exist within the nation of Belize. It's like, as I've always said, when you say Belizean, you don't know what color when you walk through the door. Yeah. Israel is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Israel is exactly the same because 20% of Israelis are Palestinian.
Yeah.
20% of the nation, and they are citizens. That's why they use the word Israeli. We don't just use the word Jew. The word Jew speaks to a specific ethnicity, which is the majority in Israel. You see, what they don't like is that Israel is a Jewish state.
Yeah.
That is what they don't like.
Okay.
They don't like that the Jews have a state of their own.
Yeah.
Right? So essentially, Israel has 20% Palestinian, and they have all rights and privileges. There are Palestinians in the Israeli army.
Yeah.
And so, and even if a person is a Jew, you have white Jew, European Jew, you have black Jew, and now Israel is getting ready to airlift Jews from India.
Yeah.
That are Indian. Because the tribes separated. Yeah. So you have black from Ethiopia, you have black Jews, you have Indian Jews, you have all of these mixture, Ashkenazi, etc., that form the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
And so when Israel negotiated for visa waiver for their citizens, it included the 20% Palestinian.
Yeah.
It included. Now, a Jew have to enlist because Israel has a defense force, and Israel's defense force, when you are a Jew, you have to enlist when you reach 18, except you belong to the radical Orthodox Jewish stream. And even now the laws have changed where there is a battalion where Orthodox Jews can go serve.
Yeah.
But the Israeli army is a democratic army because there are Palestinian, Arab, who are not just foot soldiers in the Israeli army. They are commanders.
Yeah.
And who do they command? They command Jews.
Yeah.
So if you're a Jewish recruit, you have Arab commander, they tell you do this, do that. Israel have judges that are Arabs, and they do not only sit over the Arab population, they sit over the entire nation. As a matter of fact, a prime minister of Israel is a former prime minister, is currently in prison, and the Supreme Court case was done by an Arab.
Yeah.
There are Arabs in the Knesset. So it is a lie that has been perpetuated upon the Belizean people, where they are attacking Israel as a nation because it is a Jewish state.
That's right. That's what it is.
But if there are over 50 Islamic states around the world, why you can't have one single Jewish state? So the lie comes from the pit of hell.
Yeah.
It's from the pit of hell.
Of course.
Because why shouldn't there be a Jewish state? If you can have 52 Islamic states, why can't you have a single Jewish state? Now, I'm going to say one more thing, Kerm. I know I rant. But I'm going to say one more thing. Israel is the only country where Christians are free.
Yeah, exactly.
Israel is the only country where Christians can practice their religion in that entire region. They can't do it in Lebanon. They cannot do it. You cannot change religion outside of Israel.
That's right.
In Israel, a Jew can become a Christian can become Jew, can become Islam, a Islamic person can become whichever he wants to be. There is freedom of religion.
Yeah.
In Israel. It does not exist in Turkey, it doesn't exist in Egypt, it doesn't exist in Syria, doesn't exist in Lebanon, does not exist in Jordan, and I can call them off, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, name it. There is no freedom in Islam.
And it's penetrating even into Africa.
And in Africa, from the north going down.
That's right.
Right? So this is anti-Semitic, and if the government does what Dylan Vernon wants, I will call them out with every single resource that I have as racist. Because when Johnny Briceño and the foreign minister at the time, I can't remember, when they withdrew, they withdrew diplomatic relations. Johnny Briceño came to the Belizean people and he said, this is not about the people of Israel, this is about the government and their decision. That's what he said. His words, and I will pull it out of the archives. He said, this is not about the people of Israel. This is about a government decision, because it's a government that's going to war. What will be his response now if he start to take away the visa privilege from every Israeli? It becomes the people.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will call you out if you follow what Dylan Vernon is asking this nation to do. And it's time that people who support Israel stand up and open their mouth in this country, Kerm. It is time. And I believe that is the problem. Because Assad could believe what stupidness he wants. The other Palestinian supporters could believe what stupidness they want. But why are pro-Israel people silent? That is my question.
Yeah, and Belize is majority pro-Israel. Majority of the people in our country are people of Christian faith.
Yeah. And many Hispanics. Many Hispanics.
Course, even more than the Belizeans.
More than the Creole Belizeans.
Yeah, they're more passionate about it.
They're more, because I see them sometimes in the church, they have a flag of Israel, they're blowing the shofar, this Hispanic church in Belize. So like, where is the silence? Where is their silence?
The thing is, I don't know where the government will get the support from for that kind of thing. You know, it's crazy. But again, it's the natural mind. But you know, Louis, I think why Israel have so much support from the U.S. because it's a democratic nation.
It's the only democratic
nation
in the area.
Only one.
Let me ask you a question. When the Palestinian leaders speak, what kind of nation do they want to set up?
What they want? Dictatorship, obvious. They don't
have no elections.
That's right, no elections. And that's why you see right now this whole issue with Venezuela, and then Louis, we talk about region of peace. Louis, CNN shocked me Sunday night. That Sunday shocked the nerve out of me. CNN had a documentary about the people fleeing from Venezuela. I don't know if you see it.
No,
Louis, that thing is heart-wrenching. It wrenches your human heart out of you when you see what them people are willing to endure.
To run.
To run. from their president, Louis.
Exactly, it's the same thing that people run from Cuba. And I bet you any amount of money that Dylan Vernon is pro-Venezuela, pro-Cuba. Spare.
I shocked that CNN was so anti-Trump. Put on a documentary. Yeah. Louis, I was tired. Yeah. I was fatigued, Louis. It was late at night. But I refused to remove out of that chair until I watched a documentary. The people are telling you because one of the CNN anchor, he went on the journey with them, Louis. And they're showing
they went through the direct
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They did, Louis.
That means they put their life at risk.
Louis, if you see the dead bodies,
dead,
decomposed bodies of people who say, you know what, this is the only way out to freedom.
It's true.
Children, women,
it's true.
and women who are senior citizens with crutches.
Why?
Louis, you going through that terrain, Louis.
Yeah, Darren Gap.
Louis, it's brutal. And many of them don't make it out alive. It was on CNN. I wish I can go and find that thing because I want to watch it again.
Yeah, I have met Venezuelans.
Wow.
I went through the Darien Gap.
You've met?
Yes, I have met Venezuelans, yeah.
And Louis, how we understand about a region of peace?
Yeah.
A region of peace, Louis, where the people are saying, I am prepared to go through this.
That's a Petro-Caribe lie. That's from the
Petro-Caribe
Caribe spirit. I said it years ago.
Petro-Caribe lie.
Yeah, it's a Petro-Caribe lie.
And Louis, when you combine that
these nations, including Belize, they can't say a negative thing about Venezuela.
Can't.
And Venezuela is imprisoning its own people, killing its own people. Venezuela have militias that come up and just beat up the opposition. And these governments can say nothing. And that's why I say I have no respect for Mia Motley. Mia is a globalist, right? She pretends to be strong, but she's not strong. Give me Kamala Prasad any day.
Yes.
Give me, and Kamala is the president of Trinidad and Tobago. That's a leader.
Exactly.
That is a leader.
And I know, Louis,
right?
the thing is
because
that
these guys are talking about a region of peace, and all the drug trafficking pass right through the region of peace.
All the drugs
they pass through the zone of peace.
And when President Trump
no zone can be a zone of peace if you cannot enforce peace.
Exactly. But it comes to show that our leaders in the region have
capitulated.
Yes. They take the injection.
They capitulated. They have capitulated.
That's right. It reminds me of a prophet that Ahab table. But you know, Louis, I'll tell you that you have to be careful. Because a lot of times we hear about things where they want to bring to this country that is anti who we are as a people. And we don't even understand sometimes its origination. It's coming from United Nations. And I've often wondered, how come our leaders they can't stand up and say something that we don't agree with that?
We say that's why they don't like Trump, and that's why they don't like Netanyahu. That is why they don't like Salvadorian Bukele. They don't like the leaders that love their country and want to preserve their country and want to fight for the values of their country.
Yes.
And that is why Netanyahu will beat them every time as a leader, because he puts his people first, even in the face of Trump or whatsoever it is. Netanyahu protect his people and rest until every single one of those kidnapped persons get out from under those tunnels. Who win?
Even
Netanyahu win.
Even the bodies.
Bring the dead bodies. And that is the difference between a value of death versus value of life.
That's right.
That is the difference between the Palestinian leadership and the Israeli leadership. One has a culture of life. Bring out even my dead people.
That's right.
Meanwhile, the Palestinian draw the enemy right in the middle of their people. Hide the Jewish persons in the middle of their innocent population. As far as I'm concerned, the worst possible kind of human being.
Because you as a man right now, if
Worse.
danger come to your house,
I know,
you are step out.
Did we get a call?
Right?
We have a call.
Okay.
So remember,
Yes,
remember
sir.
the thought. Don't be like me and forget the thought after 30 seconds. Carla, good morning.
Pastor Will and Corn, good
Let me hear the caller.
Good morning to you.
We need to put on the speaker out
want
here
to jump
so that
in
we can
one
hear.
word.
Carla, just hold a minute because we want to hear what you have to say.
The present culture in Belize is one that is being introduced by foreign elements. This happened in 1968.
You have to start over down Hector Coward.
Education of people that came with the idea to change the mood and the way of the nation. I remember when these little groups they began, one was Ram and one was I forget the other one. They said we shall change the entire culture of Belize, and they began attacking the churches. The Catholic Church became a group of white sepulchres that were trying to bring down the Belizean people. That group went as far as to create a split in the People's United Party. A big split that in 84, Mr. Price lost his seat in Belize, his constituency. I go back now to what you all are talking right now. There's a group of people here in Belize that will attack anything that can do good for Belize. Take, for example, El Salvador. That's an example that the entire world right now is admiring. I have been reading from Mexico, Bolivia, Costa Rica, and everybody is watching the miracle that Bukele did to protect the people from criminals. Here in Belize, you have some of them, they don't want to hear the word Bukele. But let's go back.
Yeah.
I noticed that the present group has been formed in Belize, and here I am warning my political party. I'm warning the Prime Minister and his cabinet, because this is how it began in 1969. That this group now want to dictate to the government of Belize to pressure countries like Israel, ban their visa, they say. Why? Give us a good example. Why not ban Russia to broke relations with Russia, who is killing the people in Ukraine without mercy? I am bringing out these matters because Belizeans have to be careful at this moment in our history. There's a lot of penetration getting in. They don't even know what Venezuela is. I have been to Venezuela, and my God, I saw the thousands and thousands of houses made with cardboard. They made a song there called Casitas de Cartón, that was made at a place named right behind the big hotel where we stayed. And they don't know what the people are suffering in Venezuela. Venezuela is under a regime that is there to keep the people down. So, Belizeans, be aware of the days ahead. There are groups that have begun to form, and the government of my Prime Minister, my friend, Johnny, better watch out. Better watch out the snakes that are creeping into the government and causing a lot of damage to the image of that party that George Price left. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have a person that texts us. He put a little comment. Orlando Torres says, I have fought in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Kosovo. He said, I can tell you that Muslim terrorists will use hospitals, schools, mosques, women, children, and even open air markets as shields. This is a Belizean who is in the US that watch us,
Okay.
and he is saying that he's been there. He said the Geneva Convention, and this we know to be a fact, the Geneva Convention states that we cannot attack those sites unless attacked first. I have taken sniper fire from mosques, and it was until then we were able to call in an airstrike, and we would still need higher authority before we could.
Yeah.
Right? So according to the Geneva Convention, you like a mosque is a safe place, a church is a safe place, schools, hospitals, these are safe places because this is where innocent people go. And Islam, and we can see it, Kern, we can see it in northern Nigeria right now, where the Islamic men go into the schools and kidnap the kids.
Of course.
Kidnap the kids and rape the women.
You remember the story of Dr. Dennis Sempebwa?
Yes, Dr. Sempewa, he gave his story right here.
I tell you.
Yes.
Crazy story.
Yeah.
These
You
men
see,
don't even
yeah.
know.
And that's why I say, Kerm, I
Yeah.
will never read another Assad Schumann history book.
Yeah.
Because if Assad Schumann cannot get the history of Israel right,
Yeah.
how will he get the history of Belize right?
Yeah.
How can I trust him? How can I trust Assad Schumann with the history of Belize if he doesn't even understand his own history?
Yeah.
You understand? So that's historical manipulation. Exactly. And I hope the schools, we need a teacher like my teacher, Francis Humphreys. That was my history teacher.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my history teacher. I'm glad Assad Schumann not teach me. I could tell you that. When I sat and I listened to Assad Schumann trying to turn Jews into European,
Yeah.
the fact that they fled to Europe doesn't make them European.
Yeah.
You understand? And then trying to turn Israel into an apartheid state, and then trying to give Arab, he's talking about Jews, saying that Jews are colonialists, which means that they're inhabiting another person's land, when he doesn't even realize that he's an Arab from Arabia.
All right.
You are an Arab from Arabia.
Yeah.
That your ancestors moved from Arabia because of Islam, which is the greatest colonizer in the history of the world. And you and your ancestors moved from Arabia and come to Israel, to a Jewish land, which is in scripture.
That's right.
And you will call the Jew a colonizer, and you Palestinian from Arabia, you want to be the natural citizenship. I say I will never read another Assad Schumann book. I'll never read another Assad Schumann book.
Yeah.
Right? This is a historical revisionist.
Yeah.
This is not a history man.
Yeah.
And I state my words categorically. Yeah. I can go to court and say this is not a historian. This is a historical revisionist.
Yeah.
Because you can go to any part of Israel. Bethlehem, is Bethlehem there? Bethlehem is there. Is Nazareth there? Is there. I mean, these are the people that we read in scripture.
Yeah.
The Bible is almost 2,000 years old. Yeah. Islam is 1,400 years old. Yeah. The Nicene Creed, which we are celebrating in this year, the Nicene Creed, you see the Pope and the Orthodox Patriarch coming together, reciting the Nicene Creed. The Nicene Creed is 1,700 years old, older than Islam. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now Assad Schumann wants to come and revise the history of the nation of Israel. I am a supporter of Israel.
Me too.
I support Israel. I do not support everything that Israel do.
Yeah.
And I do not like war.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that the war is over. Yes. You understand? Because lives of innocent Palestinians and innocent Jews are being saved. Mm-hmm. But we know who started the war, and we are not afraid to say from the river to the sea, it is Israel, bro. Yeah. It is Israel. Yeah. You know? I have no problem with Palestinians governing Gaza and even the West Bank. Yeah. You understand? But it has to be under a framework that Israel accepts, because that is the nation state. Yeah. That is my position.
Louis, you know, it really helps to highlight the power of indoctrination.
Yeah.
You know, I think about Guatemala as you're talking. Because what do? They teach the children in school at Belize es para Guatemala. They teach you, you're indoctrinated to believe this. And similarly, this is the kind of thing will happen with the Palestinians and the Jews, the Israelis, because it's indoctrination. And part of indoctrination says that they must be annihilated. That is the only way out. Wipe them out.
Yeah.
It goes way back to a biblical reference.
No.
Wipe them out. You remember the story on Esther and Mordecai and what took place.
We see it in Hitler. We see it with Hitler too. So it's not,
Exactly,
it's not only in the Bible.
Yeah.
It's not only in the Bible. So anti-Semites have existed from God's selected nation of Israel to be the nation through which the Messiah is going to come.
That's right.
Right? I will bless those who bless you. I will curse those who curse you. You understand? And so the entire Western civilization that we live in is founded upon Judeo-Christian principles. That is why when an Islamic state take over, then go back way. Look at Afghanistan. Right. Look at Afghanistan. Yeah. Look at Iran. Look at Iraq. Take woman and put them in a cloth. Wrap them up in a cloth. You can't even see the woman again.
Only I come out.
Right? The testimony of a man in Islam is worth double the testimony of a woman. Yeah. We don't even understand those principles because we come from a Christian foundation and background.
And I just started to think about this weekend where UDP had the convention, and it is recorded that the leader, the new leader, is the first woman. The chair of the party is the first woman in leadership over a mass political party. First chairman in leadership of a mass political party. Listen, Belizeans, that's the one of the things that Belizeans want.
Of course.
And if we follow Assad Schuman, then not that we want to get. All these women you're seeing in the media. Yeah. Then they push through. I saw an article on Facebook the other day. They were advocating for more women in leadership. Louis, you don't have a problem with that?
No.
Louis, I don't have a problem with that, Louis. I don't.
No.
But I notice with men who are of a Muslim faith, they don't value women. They're taught to have 6, 7, 8 of them.
Exactly.
Right?
One man.
That
to show you the value of a woman. That to show you the value, how they value women. That show you right there. Because make the woman try to have even one man outside for the approval, and they will kill her or rape her.
Oh, of course.
Right? And that they happen all over the world. And where is it happening? In Islamic countries where Sharia law begins to take precedence.
That's right.
Yes, sir? So where is the democracy in the Middle East? It's in Israel.
That's right.
Where is it that a Christian and one Islam and a Palestinian and a Jew can eat in the same restaurant?
Yeah.
Only in Israel. Yeah. Right? So the state that Palestine wants to set up, they already say it's going to be an Islamic state. Yeah. They have said so. So if Palestine can be a future Islamic state, why can't there be a present, current Israel, which is a Jewish state? I support the Jewish state, democratic state of Israel.
Luis, I remember when we got at the Senate meeting, right? And one of the bill that was tabled was, do we support the Republic of China and Taiwan to be a democratic state? And of course the answer was yes.
Everybody
jump and holler yes.
The praises.
Right?
Opposition and government side. Everybody get up glowing.
Exactly. And
then go ahead. You're the part track.
Because we must support any nation that is founded upon democratic principles, where the people are free, we have the freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom of association. right? We don't support any nation. Venezuela is not that. Louis, you know when this thing become more dear to my heart? When I met the wife of John Bowman, you remember John Bowman? Remember John? From Lakewood.
Okay, yes.
His wife is from Venezuela. And you should hear the cry and the pain in her heart for her people.
Right.
She said, we are one of the countries in the world with the most oil.
Yeah.
Yet our people are so
Poor.
hungry, lining up in lines to get food. When we have the most oil.
Yeah.
Why? Then we can take the oil and give it away to other countries.
And then
Belize are one.
pay bill and tacos. We pay bill and tacos per petrol. You remember? I was real up. I don't know if you remember the days.
I remember indeed.
Because we eat pay bill and tacos per Venezuelan head, and the Venezuelans they starve.
That's right.
They starve.
They starve.
Me never want no Petro Caribbean money, brother.
Yeah.
No, what? No, man. What?
And that's why I know we can't say anything because
Can't say nothing.
the Petro Caribbean money.
Petro Caribbean demon.
Demon.
That way it is, and that way hit me and Motley and the zone of peace.
That's right.
The whole zone of peace.
The one phone call.
Yeah.
Either talk or pay the bill.
Yeah, pay the bill.
You talk or pay the bill.
Why it's
And
8:26. We have to pay free bill.
Yeah, we have to pay for the bills.
Yeah.
It's real, Lois.
I support Israel.
I support Israel.
Absolutely.
Like you, not everything they do.
Not everything. Yeah.
Nobody you support 100%. Only God.
Yeah.
We're not crazy.
They're human.
We don't support the fact that Palestinians have the right to live, to have a happy life and happy family, and this. Of course, we support that, Louis.
Watch, as soon as the peace treaty, I said we go take a break. As soon as the peace was broken, first thing Hamas do, they bring out about 7 or 9 people when they claim that Israeli and shot them right in the public, my boy.
Assassinated them.
We have to Dylan.
Yeah.
We have to say Assad.
Yeah.
The people where you the root for as freedom fighters coming at the market square with children there, with women there.
Yeah.
Where was the court?
Yeah.
Where are the judge? Who are the court? Hamas that the government, the freedom fighter, and then the judge, the accuser, everything has shot the people right there in front in the park. And that the country Belize choose to support. Yeah. We have a Palestinian ambassador, and we don't have a Jewish ambassador in Belize. Yeah. We have broken relations with Israel. Israel will give with computers, computer chip. Agriculture, the agricultural practices we use in Belize are from Israel. All the leaf flat tape and all the kind of thing with the leaf water, with the drip irrigation, all Israeli. Yeah. And what Palestine give we? Export terrorism. That is what Palestine has exported. Yeah. You understand? No love for the Palestinian leadership. Love for the Palestinian people, but no love for the Palestinian leadership. Yeah. They do not love their own people. Their hatred for Jews override their love for their own people.
But no, you're not overriding it, it exposes it.
Yeah.
It exposes it, Louis. What's really in their hearts.
Yeah.
Same thing in a Maduro heart. And I hear Trump send them a message.
Yeah. I don't support any. Boy. We have to take the break. We can take a fast break and come back.
Message. Get out.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Have to get out right.
Land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize. Land of the islands and keys. Land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go?
When working with sheetrock, you need screws that give you quick penetration for a speedy, stable installation. Best Screws, fast frame and fast finish drywall screws are specifically designed for you. Engineered by Best Manufacturing, Best Screws makes every job faster and easier. These screws offer reliable performance with a superior hold. You also save money due to Best Screws affordability. They are cheaper than the leading brands. Get the job done quickly without compromising on strength. For all your drywall installations, get Best Screws Fast Frame and Fast Finish. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
we began to agitate for, at the time it was the BDF Coast Guard. We were saying, we don't think there's any way we could get away with a Belize Coast Guard. We had to throw in the BDF, the Belize Defense Force Coast Guard. Otherwise, we would not get support up the chain of command. We began to say, look, we need a Coast Guard that would focus on maritime affairs, that we could build the capacity, first and foremost, to defend Belize.
Looking at the threat at the National Security Council, the thought was given that, listen, there need to be an increase in our maritime resources and the establishment of a Coast Guard.
Coast Guard was established initially for 155 strong. And as General Boland said, we started with 55, well, 53 showed up. And that was the nucleus on which we built.
We have reduced significantly the amount of cocaine flow through our sea spaces. As I mentioned, 13 to 15 confirmed shipments. That would account for about 20 to 25 tons of cocaine passing through our sea spaces every year. And that statistics is by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency. However, the UNODC, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, had statistics of up to 80 metric tons of cocaine passing through our jurisdictional waters. Because of the successful Coast Guard strategy, we've been able to reduce that to about 2 to 3 shipments per year. That's a 75% reduction. We are the Belize Coast Guard! Hoorah!
Pletz Home Builders is the largest house building company in Belize. Pletz combines the best skilled workers, high-grade materials, and the latest technology to produce the highest quality wooden residential structures. Request any size, color, and the home layout you want. Choose from hardwood or painted metal outer walls. Pletz can modify any of their existing house plans to your satisfaction, complete with all the installation services you need anywhere in the country, including ambergris Cree. They can also lift your house to your desired height up to 9 feet. From properly treated and cured lumber to quality sidings and floorings, let Pletz Home Builders give your home the finish you need. For prices or questions, call 823-0398 or go to www.pletzhomebuilders.com. Pletz Home Builders, we build to suit your needs.
GST free weekends are back. Join us Saturday, December 6th from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and enjoy no GST. But that's not all. Also save 10, 20, 30, up to 50% with our happy sale deals. This year it's even easier. Shop in store or enjoy these same deals when you shop online at shopbuildersbz.com. Big deals, no GST, and prices that keep your pocket smiling. Builders Hardware, this is your happy place.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and steel, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody knows.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine. We are switching the topic a little bit to another conversation that's in the air. Well, it's Christmas and people go to Chatamal. So things are cross legally, illegally, under the chair, under the table, under the engine. So they go, so they're not just the wrong Christmas and not just the cartel, the move stuff. So there's a story in the news, and yes, the woman who is making the accusation is an attorney. So that takes the accusation to another level, yes, because this is supposed to be a learned, yes, or a person who read law, right? They got their own words. So
learned attorney.
Yeah, but we all know that coming closer to Christmas, there is increased scrutiny. Yeah, we know that. But I think the question that the lawyer, well, who not tired of checkpoint? So
I don't think I tired of checkpoint.
I think she tired of checkpoint, Kerm. I think
you think that she tired, or you think that she was speaking more from a rights perspective, stating that, well, you know, I know my rights, therefore I refuse to comply.
Well, it appeared to me that she know her right, but she doesn't know the right of the police and the custom officer.
That is the thing in question.
Well, okay, so I think first of all, let's talk about the checkpoint. That is not a random checkpoint. That is the checkpoint in Sand Hill. That is a checkpoint that is right in front of a police station.
But Louis, they have
that is a checkpoint where Baha is permanently stationed because of the screw worm. Yeah. And that is a checkpoint that the custom officers, in collaboration with the police department, decided to add additional queries when it comes to customs. Yeah. So she clearly passed the opposite direction and saw that checkpoint there. When she gone, wherever he gone. Yeah. And then when they come back to Belize City. But I think I know what happened.
Well, what kind of happened?
Well, I got a theory. Nobody liked checkpoint. And she, from her story, right? From her story, she didn't see anybody in police uniform. That's what she said. She said, but a woman dressed in black. So she disrespect a woman. But she said, a woman in black. Yeah. Right? So I believe that that woman had black police fatigue, which is a police uniform.
Well, no.
And she said, yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, anyway, she said that the person used the flashlight and waved the vehicle in front of her.
Okay.
And she come and she moved through.
Okay.
So she moved through with the waving of the
light.
So
if you come back then go, why you want to stop me?
Well, police have the right to check and pass who they want.
True.
Right? So You don't do that sometimes? We'll go close to the vehicle.
They don't harass me.
And
I don't have the problem with policemen harassing
because
me.
there's no reasonable suspicion.
There's no reasonable suspicion.
Reasonable suspicion. Right? So she moved across. Because sometimes you do that, right? You say, I don't want to stop me today. When they wave the next one, I will just pass right through.
You cat and mouse it.
You can cat and mouse. And I believe that she moused it.
Yeah.
But the cat. That's what I believe happened. That because she moved on, and then the lights and everything behind her.
Yeah.
And she said she stopped for giveaway, thinking that they're a liar, you know.
Yeah.
But you can't say no.
Yeah.
Then they stopped but then she did not allow them to search.
Yeah.
So it looked like she cussed them out, then cussed she out, and then she moved on, and then when she get to enter Belize City, the police stop her.
Okay.
So she created
a
situation.
Okay. Did she have anything in the vehicle?
And those are from her words. I tell you. Okay. I don't tell you from another person. Based upon the words that she said.
Did she have anything? Was there anything in the vehicle?
She had about 8 bottles of rum, pawpaw, and.
From across the border, or from?
I don't know. She didn't say. She not incriminate herself.
Of course not.
But here is my point. As I listen to it, the first thing I say is that number one, she passed a checkpoint going in the opposite direction, without a doubt. Yeah. Without a doubt. Mm-hmm. Because that Sand Hill checkpoint is a permanent checkpoint because of so she saw it. Mm-hmm. Then, number two is coming back. She claims the light, right? But when she continued on her journey without stopping, that became reasonable suspicion. Why you want to pass the checkpoint for without stop? Why you want to pass the checkpoint without stop?
I'm all for checkpoints. I'm a law-abiding citizen, you know. But when I listen to the case, she have a case.
Everybody have a case, but whether they are win. Everybody has a case, Kerm.
I respect customs.
Well, why do you think she come to the public and got to the court?
Well,
continue.
I guess.
Continue.
You see that waving at the light? You see, Louis, if you're not a person, that's why I asked women in the vehicle. Because she probably feel entitled. And I think that's a big part of it. I think so.
You know who me?
Yeah. You know who me? You know who Plus, I don't know who she is, but maybe she is a law-abiding citizen. I don't know. I don't know the person, but I think they.
So should the police know? The police not know either.
The police not know. The police not know.
Right.
But
so she only thinks she known.
She thinks she known. But say when the light goes up,
she's not known to police.
Her customs.
Yeah.
She's not known to customs. Or maybe she's not liked by customs. It could be that too. Maybe there's a backdrop.
Yeah, we don't know. Who you got to defend? Yeah, sorry.
You see when the light go like that? Because it is a practice. You know, where if you see the vehicle in front of you, come on in the corner and watch. True or false?
Absolutely.
Look at her eye like that.
That's what
That's why they do the vehicle in front of me.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to stop.
Yeah, I don't really want to stop. Nobody really wants
to stop. You don't really want to stop.
It's slow you down, you know.
If one pass, if no make two pass, the light goes up. So you want to try catch.
Yeah, you want to try catch that.
Right?
Yes.
You want to try catch a tail of a vehicle in front of you, and therefore.
But it's a game, right?
It's a game.
Like you might win, you might lose because they stop you. And then
normally they don't.
Normally because they know you.
Because they know
you are known to police in
a done gone already.
Yes.
Because I think if the police out there, they never want to stop she.
Yes.
It could be real.
Yes.
I witnessed that last night, you know, coming from Belize.
Police make it pass.
Police will make you go.
Yeah, even if you
customs right now.
Yeah.
They're high alert.
We have a caller. Boy. We are not laughing at the lady, we are just laughing at the situation. We are painting, right? We are painting scenarios. That's all we are doing. Yeah. Please understand that we are painting the scenario. We have a call. Let's take this call.
Good morning, Louis. Good morning, Colonel. Lassell, how are you?
Hey, Lassell,
morning,
morning.
Lassell.
That's a correction. I say, the fully Paris is really an agenda.
Oh, we jump, but go ahead.
I said, what's Louis? What's Louis by the side? Louis, what's the bad side? Everybody watch out for the way just now. The thing is that we can't condemn any country 100%. Every country, even the one with the inner, we have a good and a bad. And when I think you look on, Israel got the good and Israel got the bad. The Israelis are some evil set of people too, and they got some very good thing about them too. And that goes for every country. America is so.
Agree with that? We agree.
It's a very good country, but they got the evil. They create most of the water in one room. They shoot people out of the water, right, Kirby?
No, they don't shoot people out of the water. They shoot the boat with drugs out of the water, and people for some reason keep being in there.
They kill them too.
Yes, kill them. I agree with that.
Then the next thing, the thing is amazing that if America have appetite for all these drugs, somebody was supplying. It's enough Venezuela, it's enough Colombia, it's enough wherever it comes from. The appetite. America don't do not about the appetite.
No.
The China the appetite. But hold on.
No. I reject that.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Wait, my turn. Hold on. When you look at when we talk about countries that are wicked and so, you mentioned just now Hitler, Germany with Hitler. Do you know that Hitler was voted in by the Christians in Germany? The Christians come all out to put in Adolf Hitler. And the guy called Gerhard, the guy will justify and show Hitler the justification for mass killing of the Jews and justify it out of the Bible to show that for cleanse and whatever it is and so. Where the same Protestant church use right now for the same writing from that same person, a lot of the churches that use the dictionary or whatever can start explaining and meanings of what is in the Bible and so. And most of the Christians study from that same text. And the same text that the same one created a lot of killing of the Jews. The Jews were so long killed by those people. And the Jews were so long was voted in, the person who do the killing was voted in by Christians. That's how Hitler get killed. Look for the history. So, and then they talk about nuclear bomb where one country has. When America built a nuclear bomb, nobody now mentioned America because they got a bomb. Nobody now mentioned Russia because they got a bomb. It's a peacekeeping missile. People have the bomb, no chance. In Pakistan or India, they're so quick the war stop. Within a couple of days that's done. You know why? Because nobody know why use that. South Korea or North Korea, they want to have the nuclear bomb. Nobody not touch them. And nobody either. So they could live in peace. But we don't know how they have chance. And that's how it happens. And the thing is, we look at the Muslim, we have looked at the Christian, or whatever state we have looked at. Everybody got the good. If you look at the problem we have in Belize with alcohol, you don't see that problem in none of the Muslim countries. Right? You don't see that problem none at all. You don't see the half-nakedness women are so in those Muslim countries.
Women have the right. Women have the right to be half naked if they want to be half naked. We don't have to agree with women, but women know how to dress. Man don't have to dictate because you claim that you're a man and you got a weakness for woman. You will now tell woman how to dress. That's the nature of Islam. What you defend in the place of women. When one woman testimony in court value half of the testimony of a man, that Islam.
You have to pick and choose. I don't have a problem with that. You have to pick and choose. You have to pick and choose. I don't have a problem with that. But what they say is that the problem where some countries have, the Muslim countries they don't have, and some problem where the Muslim country have, the Christian countries they don't have. So we have to, everybody got a good and everybody has a bad.
Christianity, Jesus turned water into wine. That is an undeniable, undisputable, verifiable, documented fact. Whether or not a Christian choose to drink alcohol or not choose to drink alcohol is again the beauty of Western and Christian practice. Islam force you to not drink alcohol. Do not compare the two. They are different. We know want a lot of bar around the place, yes. We know want a lot of club, but we know go bond and shut them down. Do not compare Islam to Christianity, because it is not a sin to drink alcohol. It is not a sin to drink alcohol. Jesus turned water into wine. If you eat one overripe banana have alcohol. If there is a overripe mango, any fruit that you left for overripe, including pineapple, which are the best one.
But you don't get drunk. You don't make you knock down people. You don't make you knock down people either.
No, drunkenness is a sin in Christianity. The Bible is very clear that drunkenness is a sin. We're not talking about drunkenness. There are different levels. There are some churches where the wine that they use in communion has a small bit of alcohol. Christianity is not Islam. It is not Islam.
But you're not drunk,
Any amount of alcohol could drunk a person because of your liver. The speed of drunkenness is not based on quantity. It is based on genetic makeup. Genetic makeup. Christianity is not Islam. It's not Islam.
But why they say
watch how Islam treat women.
Yeah, no value.
Just look at it like that is self-explanatory. Where in a certain Islamic states, that just the eye, they will kill the woman if you show an ankle. We cannot, in a free Western civilization, accept that. Saudi Arabia, that one dictatorship, Lascelles. Qatar is a dictatorship. United Emirates are a dictatorship. Iran dictatorship. Iraq dictatorship. Right down the line.
Venezuela.
And let's add the word on this side.
And if you look from the beginning of time, if you look at the beginning of time, from God all the way down with all the kings, it's dictatorship. When the king say, they put up a tongue, that's it, or when they put up a tongue, that's it. Nobody ever challenge that. Thousands of years. And God say, if you do this, this is what happens to you. If you do this, this is what happens to you. Dictatorship. That is not democracy.
So you endorse dictatorship on the basis of dictatorship has been with us for thousands of years?
Dictatorship. All the way down, thousands of years is dictatorship.
I know Lascelles support dictatorship, man, right? Lascelles, you know I support that.
I'll tell you that the whole Old Testament, that dictatorship. The whole Old Testament was dictatorship.
No.
Many of them was friends of God.
No.
When they have a whole pile of, when they have a pile of women, they are friends of God too.
Kingdom and dictatorship, they're two different things. Two different things.
You have the will to choose. You can choose.
Kingdom and dictatorship are two different things, because Maduro is a dictator and he doesn't have a kingdom. And even in kingdoms like Indonesia and certain other kingdoms, in like United Kingdom, which is a Christian country, you can see both a kingdom and a democracy coexisting.
Yes, after they become a democracy. Before, when the queen and the king you run, and they never have no democracy. Not going that way. They get democracy when they got an elected prime minister.
No. Democracy it began with the French Revolution, when the kings and the queens were going too far, including the religious. When the religious and the political were in the same bed together. That is history. But the Senate of Rome was voting for senators.
Remember the
Roman Empire had a degree of
hijacked the Christians and turned it into a dictatorship. The whole Roman Empire, the whole Roman Catholic, the whole Roman thing come from a dictatorship. They take over the Christian and they realize they couldn't conquer the Christian. They join the church and take it over.
Historical revisionism. Constantine is the emperor who, when he became a Christian, declared that Rome would be Christian.
Right.
He is the emperor.
Right.
Who?
Our emperor said gold.
But you agree to dictatorship?
Nobody talking.
You agree to dictatorship, my brother. That's exactly it.
Lascelles, you don't do that, Lascelles.
Empire, when the emperor said that person was dead, I was killed. Aye man.
Lascelles, I know that.
Lascelles.
They got good and bad.
The Palestine is not a country. Never was, and I dare say, never shall be. Never shall be. Because the Palestinian, listen to me, the Palestinian does not want a state. The Palestinian wants the annihilation of the Jews.
That's right.
They don't want a state. They have been given a state on numerous occasions, including 2005 when Israel withdrew from Gaza. They withdrew from Gaza. And Bill Clinton, from the words of Bill Clinton said when Arafat was in front of him and they gave Arafat everything he needed for a state. And Arafat said, I need to go check with my people. And when he went, he didn't come back and shake hand. He came back with the first intifada. That's what he came back with. And what is an intifada? An intifada is a declaration that anybody, whether they were a soldier or not a soldier, they were open game to be killed. Open. So when the people like Assad Schuman say globalize the intifada, what are they saying? They are saying that innocent people, once they side with Israel, whether they are a soldier or not, that they should be killed. So now you have Dylan Vernon come to the Belizean government and is trying to put a law in where a group of people who could already come to Belize will be scrutinized and discriminated against to determine whether they are going. He's globalizing the intifada because he wants to punish innocent people for what the government of Israel has decided to do.
Well, the same thing, every country is saying, America is saying, certain countries can't get visa right now. So maybe one person, they have one person do something the other day and the whole country can't get visa. One person. And I cannot put it the rest of the country.
Has their own demons too, definitely.
So shooting the other day, we shoot 2 people and cancel all the visa for the whole country. Not a dictatorship.
Lascelles, I want to ask you something. Tell me what is your position on Maduro?
Huh?
Maduro, what is your position on Maduro?
The thing is that they have made this the way why
Man, you know what? You see, that's a question, you know, Lascelles.
Are they tell about it? Are they tell about it?
All right, tell me, look here.
The thing is that the whole problem with Maduro that they have the largest oil reserve in the world, and big countries like America want it. You're not going to do it on Maduro or nobody. It's about the oil. If they never got oil, they may left like Cuba and they may left like Haiti.
Chevron is in Venezuela right now, so that's not true because Chevron now an American company. An American company, Chevron, is currently in Venezuela pulling out oil.
Yes, it's all
so America is already in Venezuela pulling out oil.
If no oil never there, no ship no matter there. If
Not,
no oil was in Venezuela, America no matter interested in that.
But you know, last time I remember in the news, our own Belize news, where when the commissioner of police would give the reports, he would say that he was informed by intelligence that the jug plane took off from Venezuela.
Of course, but of course.
Right? You remember that?
Yeah.
Right? So then President Trump is not lying. He's not lying.
But for the fact that the 81 boat and boat still they come, my boy.
Too much about them, man.
For you shoot any country, for you hit 2 boats.
I never made a mistake that.
81 boat.
But it's not a choice.
81?
It's not a choice.
It's not a choice.
Because there's no people are giving an order that you take this cargo to this destination or you and your family die.
Exactly.
It's not a choice. That's how the cartel are a dictatorship. The cartel is a dictatorship, right? So,
man said, this is how I see it. Yeah. No, Lascelles. It has, I'm not, all right, first of all, in high school, my good history teacher, who was not Assad Schumann, taught us about the Monroe Doctrine. Monroe Doctrine. What is the Monroe Doctrine? The West is ours, says America. This is my backyard. Yeah. That's the Monroe Doctrine. Mm-hmm. The Monroe Doctrine, like it or not like it, is that America said this side of the world communism is not going to come. Yeah. Socially, what Donald Trump is doing is he is reactivating the Monroe Doctrine. Do I agree with the Monroe Doctrine? I do not agree with the Monroe Doctrine. Yeah. But it is what it is. Yeah. This is America's background, backyard. Yeah.
Backyard, but not for them?
Yes, it's not for them. I agree. But don't tell me about no oil. It's not oil. It's the Monroe Doctrine.
Yeah. It's always about the oil.
No.
Lascelles, I was saying earlier on the show that
Panama, it wasn't about oil. Guyana, Haiti. Panama, America has intervened in all that. Haiti? Poor Haiti.
Panama is about the canal.
Yes, so it wasn't about oil. So it's not all about the oil. It is about global influence and global interest in its backyard.
Once you got natural resources, they come after you.
Well, I think, Lascelles, that right now, the United States' back is against the wall. Do I agree with everything they do? Absolutely not. But if they do not push for more democracy, even their very right to existence will be threatened.
But make I ask you a question, Kerm. Make I ask you a question. Do you worry about who your neighbor? Like if somebody new come in at the neighborhood?
Scan, yes.
Well.
And the same thing where Putin they do.
Louis, let us know something. Turn.
It's the Monroe Doctrine. Go ahead.
Well, it says that what Kerm say is very true, that America problem will be the same dictatorship, or not dictatorship, but the dictatorship and the communism.
Right.
Because what happened, the American, they live one paycheck to one next paycheck, and they'll show the poverty. We will see that California and those countries, the cities, and when the people can't bear no more, they will look towards leader who will give anything when it comes like communism and
even we don't do what I believe. We don't want to look to China and Russia.
That's the way what happened.
That's what happened.
No care what you do. That's what happened. And they don't get elected already. They say they don't get elected in New York. I see the different states, and they are continue, and they are still the whole thing change.
You are at a disadvantage when you're up on the phone, you know, Lascelles. You need to come in. You need to come in one of their Tuesday morning.
Yes. We'll invite you in for your sit on
But the phone, you got a disadvantage.
So you get open invitation, right?
then the thing is that.
So you support, Lascelles, you support that them black Israeli for come to Belize and make them scrutinize them one by one? You support that?
No, I don't support no.
No, the land for and the push for.
Whatever it is.
All right.
Man said pan news.
I'm glad you don't.
No.
Ah.
The thing is that the quick thing about the thing is that look at Russia. The media tell me that Russia is enemy number one. We don't know Russia. We don't know the people. We don't know how they operate. And somehow they paint a picture that they are enemy number one, because America has to get enemy to produce the amount of arms that they produce. Because if you look at enemy, there's where I produce arms for. But the reality behind Russia, in 1954 at Geneva after the war, they had a G7 or G8, whatever it was there among them, had a meeting to have peace on earth. That we don't have this World War II happen where so much millions of people dead. And they have a 17 proposal to these G8 countries. And everybody signed except Russia at the table. And they asked Russia, why will you not sign? He said, because you are making 17 proposals to have peace. And Russia telling them that your God that you believe in gives you 10 commandments that will bring peace. Because I read it. And if you don't want to obey the 10 commandments that your God gives you, why should I believe 17 proposals have nothing to do with those 10, and you want me to sign up to have peace? I will never sign. So they become enemy number one. And so after that, they start to support Israel and start to think to try put a check and put things in that area and the amount of bases in that area, because they realize that Russia called them out and the hypocrisy. When they talk about peace, go to the 10 commandments, you have peace, love your neighbor, do this, do that. You understand what they talk about?
So I never heard the story before.
The Americans and the Canadians and all
heard
that.
the story before.
When it brings some rich history.
You see, when they put it back, because of religion is not what you preach, it's what you practice. And if you practice lie and deceit, that's what that's you are, that's who you are. And that's the way America, if you look at the Hitler gets voted in by the Christians, if you look at Trump, get voted in by the Christians. You see Trump and Hitler do what he do to the Jews, and you see Trump what Trump they do.
Oh, I want to correct your history, Pa. I wanted to correct your history on Hitler. It is not true. It is not true that Hitler's regime was supported by Christians. That is not true.
I just sent you the video. I just sent you the documentary.
I say send you the video.
When Hitler, you can't send me a video. You can send me the opinion of a person, but you can.
History is there.
You can send me the opinion of a person on video, but
Louis, who was the voters in Germany?
Man, it is extremely.
Who was it? The Mennonites are righteous, or the Mennonites are not a Christian group? The Mennonites and beliefs is not a Christian group. They come from Germany. All of them were Christian.
No.
What was the prevalent? What was the religion in Germany when Hitler took over?
Hitler's rise was as a result of the loss of Germany in World War I. And the people of Germany felt that they were shafted, if I could use that word. And it was on the back of the depressed, humiliated German that needed a place in the world that Hitler sold them a dream that they could become the mightiest nation in the world. And that is how Hitler rose to power. The Jews became the excuse. The Jews became the excuse for the purification of the Aryan race. Because Hitler was not, it was not only the Jews, it was primarily the Jews, because the Jews had the money to finance his war machine. And so he needed an excuse to let the Jews be seen as the enemy of the state.
Yes, but that's afterwards.
That is not afterwards. Hitler's rise to power was on the back of a depressed German population that wanted to prove themselves to the world.
It was the economy. It was the economy.
Exactly. If it was the economy, that is why the Jew became the... And it's not the first time that the Jews have become the excuse, because the Jews are wealthy, they are blessed of God, they know how to do their up to right now in every single community. Jews are wealthy.
Very wealthy.
They are wealthy. And in Germany, their wealth was seen as what would take Hitler to world domination. And so he created the narrative, and his people created the narrative. And I agree that the theology of the church at the time has created some of the anti-Semitic poison that exists today. And that is why Christians support Israel. Christians support Israel because we have a duty that we create the problem, we have to fix it. We need to be a part of the solution. And that is why most evangelicals per se hold a different line from some traditional church who still believe that the Jews killed Jesus. So that theology created a soil where hatred for Israel could easily grow. It could easily grow. And that's why the church today, and I have to be careful how I word that, but I would say many people in the church today support Israel today because they saw that in the past, the church, because it taught replacement theology, contaminated the soil. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why, if you want to know why the church supports, and again, I can't just say the church, if you want to know why many Christians support Israel today, is because the church feels partly responsible.
No, most of them get indoctrinated into it. Most of them get indoctrinated into it.
Okay.
It's indoctrination.
No.
The pastor gets up there and tell them what to believe.
I don't like talk
Pastor
theology
gets up and tell them what
on rise and I don't like talk theology on rise and shine. But
the pastor tell the
part of the problem
believe and the church members that follow
is
the pastor.
replacement
They get
theology,
indoctrinated.
and those churches that think that they have replaced Israel. I will finish there. I will end there.
You have to go January, Lascelles.
Yeah, Lascelles. It's better. Anyway, we gotta go. It's 11 past.
You have to
9.
go January.
Thank you so much for calling us. We appreciate. We always enjoy the conversation with Lascelles. But you need to come in. Closing comments, girl.
You need to come in. So, Louis, I don't see the news because I've been a little bit busy. I hear President Trump. I know Lascelles don't. I hear President Trump gave the man an ultimatum. And if you hear it, I have not fact-checked it. I hear it's in the news, and one of my friends, he's staying tuned. I have been away for the weekend, but he has been told to get out of Venezuela. Yeah. And after I watched the documentary, and I want to still see the documentary on CNN, Louis, I tell me, I closed, Louis. I said, I ain't not going to see it. I got to watch this. After I saw that documentary, I realized all of these people live in Venezuela and other countries, mainly Venezuela, and they're en route to the United States, creating a huge immigration problem. And when the president closed the border, of course, you ask, when the people are come from, it pointed mainly to Venezuela. So he realized I have an immigration problem with Venezuela, and I have a drug problem with Venezuela. So I gotta go and take the solution to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is the president of Venezuela, Maduro. I'm just saying how I think we got here. The fact that he's a dictator, oppressing his people. I'm sure Lascelles or none of the believers and viewers want beliefs to ever turn into a dictatorship. That's why we try to keep our government accountable to the decisions that they're making, because democracy is where people thrive. It's where you have the right to make decisions, where you have freedom and liberties. And I'm sure that's what Lascelles wants, right? As a businessman, he's into capitalism, right? So Venezuela is a problem that needs to be fixed. Watch it. The drug war is a problem that needs to be fixed. How many leaders have come to power over the years and have not fixed it? As a matter of fact, we have only seen it deteriorated. Right now, you got some of we government saying a headache right now. Because this whole thing will happen on the free zone. You understand what I say? cartels know how to penetrate, you know.
Yeah.
And even at the here Jews beef and Jews they talk about the vehicle are bulletproof. Yeah, it's not illegal if you have one, but then the other thing is why you need it. As Belizeans, we've never needed that. How you need it all of a sudden? So, if we left Venezuela to be Venezuela, working with Colombia, and as a matter of fact, the other day they find the Venezuelan and the Colombian when they arrest both of them together in one of the jug boat, right? If you leave those two, Louis, this thing only gonna get worse. That's why a lot of our young men right now they're on crack throughout this country. Young Belizean men, they're on heavy drugs because there's so much drugs pouring into Belize. Yeah. I'm just saying, I think that some of the reasons why Trump decided, you know what, this issue with all and then past presidents just left and act like they have no power to deal with and fix. I'm going to deal with it at the root cause.
Root it out.
And I'm going to root it out. And I think Maduro being removed from that seat of power will be something good for the region, good for the Venezuelan people, and good for the world. That's my view.
Go back home.
They could go back home.
Right. So, thank you, Kerm. For me, it's very simple. It's very simple, you know, Kerm. Because we are media people.
Exactly.
We are media people, right? Until a very simple rule of thumb. They kind of like blame America. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you the easiest way for find a country where I don't like. Simple.
Yeah.
One question you ask, is there independent media in that country?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to ask.
Exactly.
One question. Are the people free to speak on media? Simple question, and you want to know if I like the country or not like it, Kerm.
Exactly. I love that.
Simple. Because they want to bring America, like, anytime when our country they collapse, they pull in America as the great demon.
Yeah.
I know God wrote one simple question. Can the people start a radio station or a TV station and talk what they want?
Yeah.
Cuba, they will kill you or imprison you. Venezuela,
Russia,
they will kill you. Exactly.
There's
Russia, yeah, come up.
Yeah, come up.
Exactly.
All right.
North Korea, China,
yeah.
They will line up. Easy, you know, Kerm.
They started Africa.
Yeah. Easy, you know. Easy, you know, Belize. Easy for me to find out which country I support and which country I know I support. Very simple. Do they have free media?
Freedoms.
Yeah, no.
Media.
No, you don't have to bring America in, I don't know, highfalutin philosophy of anti-Americanism and anti-capitalism.
Yeah.
And most of the people then that Belize will push socialism the millionaire, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Millionaire. Many of them in the House of Senate.
Yeah.
One of these days I will come and I will start to say, call a name one at a time and say 3 million, 5 million. I will call a name, you know. I could call name, you know.
Yeah.
Because they have to gazette it through the Belize got a lot of millionaires.
Lot
of millionaires, and then they attack with the poor people. They only attack with the poor people. Lot of millionaires, right? Every jack one of them that I have seen support socialism in Cuba are capitalists.
Yeah.
They're capitalists. But that, anyway, I'll finish with that. Belize, you want to know which country me not like? Just watch how they treat media.
Yeah. Me too.
And the countries will line up.
Yeah.
They will line up. Because you could not like America and still go to America.
Yeah.
You could not like Trump and call it dictatorship, but all of the Republican and Democratic radio station and TV station, all of them still open. And not a single one in a prison for having free speech.
Or in a grave.
No, in America.
Or in the grave.
Or in the grave.
Like what's something to do that?
Correct.
Just
Correct.
right there we see on CNN.
All of them. They don't even got opposition party.
Yeah, none.
They can't even have. Cuba, there is no opposition party. Yeah. Venezuela, look at what they do to the opposition. Russia, China, every one of them. Come on, man, make us stop play. Government of Belize need to stop play. Either you're a democratic nation that supports democracy and democratic nations, or you support dictators. Let's stop play.
Exactly.
Let's stop play. All right, anyway, again, from all of us here at Rise and Shine, God bless you, Belize. See you tomorrow. Kerm, always a pleasure. Free speech!
sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the bar.